Where the fuck is the love? Where is my soulmate? I just don't understand. Am I gonna be single forever? Where is my twin flame? How much longer am I gonna be single? I wanna go on cute dates. I wanna kiss. I wanna experience romantic attraction. Like, do I not deserve my spicy romance? My enemies to lovers story? I wanna fall in love and be loved back. Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Julia Gunn. And today I'm gonna be talking about how I've never been in a relationship in my entire life. Let's jump straight into this. Both times I fell in love, I was rejected. And instead of processing it, I let it fester in my subconscious mind. You're undesirable, you're unlovable, you're ugly, that's what it told me. And to this day, I still haven't processed my heartbreaks. I wish I did, but I've never had any luck with therapy. This could be a whole ass video about me hating therapists, but that's not why we're here. I let my heartbreak decide my identity for me. I was moping around for years, believing everything my subconscious was telling me. I walked through life with this invisible script in the back of my mind, telling me that I was an ugly little gremlin that will never find love, and that I'd never be enough for anyone. I didn't even realize how much power I was giving away to that narrative. I didn't see how much it was holding me back, not just in love, but also in how I valued myself as a person. I wish I knew how to process those heartbreaks today, because I wish that somebody would just tell me that you're not undesirable and you are worthy of love, and that someone else's inability to love you doesn't define your capacity to be loved. But instead, what I did was give away my power to that pain. And as I'm unlearning my negative beliefs right now, I'm realizing how hard it is and how it doesn't happen overnight. But now I can say that I refuse to let my past define me. I might have experienced heartbreak, but it doesn't deserve that much space in my life. People who hurt me don't deserve that much power over me. Okay guys, so I've been manifesting my perfect partner for 6 or 7 years now. And it's so frustrating when you're doing everything you can to align with your manifestation, but nothing happens. And people say that before you love someone else, you gotta love yourself first, but I feel like this is such a shallow statement that doesn't reflect the reality of being single your entire life. And like, when love doesn't show up, you start questioning yourself. You start being like, okay, what's going on? What's wrong with me? Why can't I find anyone? And you also start having this kind of fear that once you're in a relationship, you're gonna fuck it up because you're inexperienced. But you guys, I spent such a long time being single, I don't even remember what kind of partner I want anymore.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
But just because I feel like my time is running out, I don't want to settle for someone mediocre, and I don't want to have a mediocre life in general. So I am staying delulu, I'm staying hopeful that one day the universe is gonna bring the right person to me, the one who's gonna make me feel like all those years of manifesting were worth it. And guys, I hate dating apps. I hate dating apps, I hate talking stages, I hate situationships, I hate ghosting, even though I'm a serial ghoster myself. The worst thing about dating apps is that it's so hard to find someone who you have chemistry with, because most of the time you're just swiping through random people that you don't have anything in common with. And it's okay if you're on a dating app in your 20s, but when you're in your 30s, dating apps are full of leftovers. And I don't mean to be rude, but like, it's true, because all the decent people are already in relationships, building their lives with someone they met along the way. The ones that are left on dating apps are either unsure or looking for casual schmacks or just weird, you know?
Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit.
I had one situationship in my life, and I can't imagine having to go through multiple of them to meet your soulmate. Another thing that bothers me about dating in your 30s is that schmacks is a big part of the conversation. You're almost like expected to provide for the other person, and I'm not asexual in any way. I just can't be bothered to have schmacks if there is zero chemistry, you know? And I was raised on fan fiction, so that kind of fucked up my perception of romantic relationships in a way. But what it taught me is that no chemistry, no schmacks, okay? I would rather be alone than sit on my ass all day and swipe through random people I don't have a connection with. Another thing about dating for me is that I'm from Russia and I don't like dating Russians. Not that I ever had experience of dating a Russian, but like I just know it's gonna be a shit show. I just can't imagine myself dating someone who isn't aligned with my values. And there is something about like cultural expectations, dynamics and nuances of dating in Russia that just doesn't sit right with me. And honestly, like I prefer long distance. There is also an option of trying to find foreigners in Russia, but there aren't that many of them on dating apps. So my main strategy for attracting the love of my life is posting on social media, showing up authentically, so I can attract the right person into my life. And maybe this is a Delulu mindset, but I honestly don't care. I'm okay with being a little bit unconventional in my search for love, especially if it means bypassing the dating pool here, which I genuinely despise. I want to say that our society is very relationship centric, and it loves to paint relationships as this ultimate marker of happiness, which I disagree with.
Overrated as f***, in my opinion.
And like if you tell someone, oh, I've never been in a relationship, they automatically assume that there is something wrong with you. And no, I wasn't busy with my career or my studies. Like I was always open to love. Like I just never got to experience it, you know? But I honestly can't bring myself to care anymore at this point. I've craved love for so long, and now I'm just like, okay, whatever, like I just don't fucking care. I wanna focus on my social media and my finances and build the life that I deserve, the life that I dream of. Of course, there are gonna be men who are gonna be like, oh my god, you're expired, whatever.
What?
And like I'd rather be fucking expired and have a happy life, you know, than settle for someone mediocre. I feel like when men say that you're expired, they want you to settle for their level. So that's like a whole conversation in itself. Like my situation right now is an opportunity for me to level up. It's an invitation from the universe to be like, okay, you want to be a bad bitch? Show me what you can do, you know? I just can't be bothered anymore, honestly. And of course, sometimes I feel down and I think that the universe wants me to be single and miserable forever. It's just so unfair how other people are jumping from relationship to relationship and having boyfriends and girlfriends. And I'm just sitting here like, whatever. I'll survive. It bothers me. It does bother me, you know? I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like, I'm so confident, I'm such a bad bitch. I'm not a bad bitch. And I'm just gonna say, couples are so annoying. And I feel like especially when girls get into relationships with guys, they have a tendency to lose themselves. And I'm a double Libra, so I know all about that. Like when we start dating someone, we start name dropping them in every conversation, picking up their hobbies, dressing like them. And I guess that the universe knows that thing about me, and it wants me to grow as me first, to see what I'm like when I'm not bending over backwards to fit into someone else's world. And of course, I am scared that I will never meet my fucking soulmate. Especially like when you go on Reddit, if you type like, oh, I never had a girlfriend, like it's mostly men who have this problem. Sometimes I'm on YouTube and I see a comment like, oh, I'm 60, I've never been in a relationship, and I'm just like, fuck, what is it gonna be me? What if I'm one of those rare and special people who will never have a loved one, you know? And my natal chart is pretty interesting. Like I have South Node in 7th house, which means that in my past life I relied way too much on relationships. And my North Node is in the 1st house, which means I'm here to learn independence and self-reliance. I can sit on my ass for hours over analyzing my natal chart, but like, what if this independence lesson means that like I'll never find love, you know? Just, it's hard not to let that mess with your head. And like, it's not that I've never been in love. I've had crushes, they were just never mutual. Like, you just sometimes just question like, why? Like, you know, like, what the fuck? Why is this happening to me? Let's talk about how media brainwashes you into all those Delulu ideas about love. Like, I myself am a fanfiction girly, and for me, chemistry is a must, okay? Like, if there is no chemistry, I don't want it. You can keep it. But like, I heard someone say that when you have chemistry with someone, it's actually trauma. Instead, you should go for someone who makes you feel safe and stable. And I know about attachment theory, like you have to like find someone who you can be securely attached to. But like I can fucking not. Like it's so boring. Like I can't. Like not that I had experience, of course. Like those are just my thoughts. It has to make me feel alive, you know? And I wonder if fanfics have ruined me for real life relationships. Because when you read about all those spicy romances, how do you settle for anything less, you know? And I think the problem is that society loves to paint love as this binary. It's either this stable, secure relationship or this like toxic, passionate romance, like Halsey G-Eazy style. But why can't there be a middle ground, you know? So maybe the media has brainwashed me a little bit, but it also made me hopeful, because if these romances can exist on paper, then they can exist in real life. I'm actually gonna talk a little bit about the expired label. So by the time we're 30, society likes to make women believe that they're already expired, that they don't deserve love after a certain age.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And to me, this just comes off as men wanting to date younger girls because they're more trusting, more forgiving, and they're more likely to put up with their bullshit, you know? Basically, it's a power dynamic. Men just want to date someone they can control or manipulate. It's so normalized in our culture, like it's pretty gross, you know? Or why is it when men have more experience, they are silver foxes, more wise, more confident, and when women age, it's a flaw, even though we also get more confident with age? Not me. I'm not gonna say anything new in this video. We perpetually single girlies know that the best course of action in our situations is to focus on self-love, growth, and personality development. I think it's normal to feel scared in the current dating climate, and if you don't want to settle for someone mediocre, then you shouldn't. And to be honest, there are more exciting things in life than dating and relationships. For example, I find my purpose through self-development and trust in the universe. And I don't want to say like, fuck relationships. Like, no, I don't want to say that. But like, I am gonna say that. Fuck relationships, okay? I've never had one, so I don't even know what I'm missing out on, you know? Okay, so this is the video. I hope that this reminded you that it's okay to be single, whatever age you are. If you're 25, if you're 30, if you're 45. I've been single my entire life, so it's a little bit scary putting this video out there, but someone's gotta do it. Please drop me a comment if this resonated with you. And subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
With the lights on, it's dangerous.